between the Houston Texans and the Tennessee Titans. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Harris starts the drive on the ground, and he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Christmas Eve here in 2022. A big slate today of Saturday games. But we will have, ready for this, a triple header of action on Christmas Day tomorrow. I think it's pretty safe to say we won't have a white Christmas in any of these places, however. We start with the Packers and Dolphins in Miami at 1 Eastern. Then you got the Broncos and Rams from Los Angeles. And then finally, the Bucs and Cardinals at 8:20 Eastern.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it.
And the Texans are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be
trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde.
And the Titans are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, it goes against their offense and they have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now it's Wilson.
That swung out wide to Harris. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
And they'll use him out of the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Play action. It's Wilson. Towards the end zone for Brown. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
The Titans have 4-10 now on the year, and they come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here. Losers of 5 straight.
And far be it from me to go ahead and go gloom and doom, right? If they fall down 7-0, 14-0, all of a sudden the cycle starts all over again. So the best way out of this for them, they need something to happen positive early in this game. That's a great way to help break this losing skid.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Wilson.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into it because they were there to help break that pass up.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Wilson. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 28. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Play action. Now Wilson. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a second and short.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard.
Throwing again here, Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
But that's one way you take away a first down as a defender. Make sure you have a little bit of physical play when the ball gets to the receiver. Find a way to jostle it free. They caught him off guard, force the incompletion.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
But we tend to give those running backs that are slashers a lot of credit. But how about guys who are maulers? Because that's what you want in short yardage situations. And we just saw that occur right there, didn't we?
Vertical, downhill running.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Wilson. That'll be caught by Brown. Touchdown, Tennessee. A great effort there with his 16th touchdown of the year.
And the Titans take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And this is good. Our score, 7-0 Tennessee. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And no run back here for Moore. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
He'll get this out to his running back, Ps5.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. Walker now on 1st and 10. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. These two teams met in Nashville earlier in the year with the Titans coming away victorious. So a win here in Nashville would give them the season series.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Justin Herbert looking to pass.
Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game, because it was evident right there It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. Give them 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient at picking up third downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you, it started in the offseason. Third down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that'll give them a short yardage situation here for second down.
On second down, it's Walker.
Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive.
They'll try for the first with Walker.
And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. Again, it's Walker.
And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they followed them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
The offense on 3rd down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 4. So no gain on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Now it's Chris Boswell on for the field goal try. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And Boswell has this one going left, no good. He missed it left, and this will stay at a 7-point game.
Well, partner, a lot of kickers in this spot like to aim at the right upright and just draw it back down the center. This one looked like it was aimed at the left upright and just kept bending away.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Dante Jackson picks it.
And the Texans will take over possession here up at the 44. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
To about the 48-yard line.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
From just shy of midfield, Herbert. This is Smith with a grab.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. Touchdown, Texans.
Devontae Smith.
36 yards.
And the Texans are an extra point away from drawing level.
Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
We'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback.
Now Wilson on first down.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
To throw again on second down. Wilson.
He'll find a man over the middle. It's Pittman. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Wilson will throw again.
It's Najee Harris now on back-to-back plays with a catch.
But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Here's Wilson.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And that is no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Play action. It's Herbert.
That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. To throw on 2nd and 10. Herbert. Walker with a grab, left side. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Again, Herbert. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Here's Walker, and he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. 2nd down and goal. Herbert. He'll drop it off to P5, complete. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. Walker. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the 2nd quarter. And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays. Because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2 for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. That spot of the field, call one of those and go get 6.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. Well, Charles, you were so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. Boswell's kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. A fairly short kick from the 14.
So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for a gift on Christmas Eve.
As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
From the 27, Herbert. And this one complete to Smith. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And 3rd and 1 now.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right, then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late, because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Third down. Here's Walker.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 9 yards that time.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Here we go.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Rondale Moore, 35 yards, as his guys are able to extend their lead. So, Charles, they had him double covered in the end zone. It still was not enough.
I wonder if they're thinking to themselves now, 2 didn't work. Do we go for 3 guys on him next time? Because he fought through all that extra attention, got himself into a great position where his quarterback felt confident enough to challenge the coverage and threw it his way. What a big-time play right there, both by the quarterback trusting it and by him going up and getting it.
And now Lovie Smith sends the call out. They're going to go for 2 here. And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Texans are going to take possession of the football.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Steps away to his left.
Herbert has it knocked free.
And this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line.
Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Walker with another carry.
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans.
Ken Walker,
his 21st touchdown of the season.
And the Texans take advantage of the short field and finish it off with a quick touchdown. On 3rd down and short and everything well executed, he not only gets the first down, Charles, he gets the touchdown as well.
And you see the defense commit to the run so often in these situations, but there's always that little bit of hesitancy, isn't there, partner? Thinking that they may play action you. They took advantage of that hesitancy and found their way into the end zone with a running play.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now it's Wilson.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson.
He'll get this one to Pittman.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
It's a gain of 23 yards. That's good for a Tennessee Titan.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do They'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 27. To throw is Wilson. Dancing to his left. And this is caught. It's Brown. And it's a Titans touchdown. A.J. Brown with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Titans are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third.
He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points. But he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down with this deficit. He might need to score a couple of more times to give them a chance.
Now Mike Vrabel going to tell the offense to go for 2 here.
Wilson going to throw for it. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion. Caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away.
And Moore, he's going to sit on this one, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score.
A nice run on 1st down gets him 6 yards to the 31. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They run again with Walker. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. They'll try the air now with Herbert. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Zadarius Smith racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
So the completion good for 7 there. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Here's Herbert.
Goes right back to Smith again. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Now it's Herbert. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And his throw here's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
Herbert back to the air. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 40. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another 1st. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Herbert rolling to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Here's Johnny Hacker now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Now Wilson.
The toss here completed to Pittman.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
That's good for a Tennessee Titan.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson.
He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
A gain of 36 yards. That's good for a
Wilson will throw again. It's brought in by Harris.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it's 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
5 yards remain on 2nd down.
Now Wilson. Man open, here is Jones.
And the Titans are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Here's Wilson. Being chased out left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Wilson to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Dante Jackson picks it. And the Texans will take over here just shy of the 30. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
They're going to pass here with Herbert. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Herbert. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
He's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Herbert. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans.
Devontae Smith, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Texans scoop it. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone.
And it'll be intercepted.
Mike Edwards picks it off.
So the game will continue for at least one more play.
Cannot finish a game on a defensive penalty. That's why they get one more untimed attempt.
With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. A big seam, and he might go all the way. He's at the 50. And he's going to go down as time has now run out on this game. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you can just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. as this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
So for the Texans, it's a critical win for them as it gets them to 9-6 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, it's another loss as they now fall to 4-11. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Dallas Cowboys.